Millions of singles are looking for love, and many of them know the dating world can be daunting. So how are people meeting in 2026?
Yes, here with some advice on finding that perfect match is April Davis. She's the founder of Luma Luxury Matchmaking, and we need you. We've been having a really interesting conversation. We're going to try to give people some stuff to walk away with here. How are people meeting each other in 2026?
Well, the apps are always going to be the first thing that people will think of when they're looking to meet someone, but really the best way to meet someone is in real life. So getting out and doing things that you enjoy, maybe it's just going to the gym or signing up for some kind of social group. Those are all great ways to meet somebody more organically, and you're going to have a shared interest and have something to talk about.
Yeah,
right
people still want that meet cute. Can you explain what that is to people who don't know?
They want to feel that connection, that eye contact, that that interesting storyline. Not just that they maybe met on an app. They want that more organic type of experience and that feeling of butterflies when you first meet somebody.
But that said, people are still 1 in 3 married in 2025 met on an app. So it is still very much a thing.
Yes, the apps they're everywhere. But people are feeling really burnt out by them. They're sick of the fishing pictures and
fish pics.
Yes, and they're sick of people not looking like how they're portraying themselves online, or even how they portray themselves. Now people are chat fishing, not just catfishing. They're using AI to write the conversations and going back and forth. Yep, and writing their profile, and all these apps are incorporating AI into their apps, so it will help people to sound better in order to get them that date.
And so Gen Z has sort of changed the focus.
Yeah, I think they're wanting to go out and have experiences and meet people more organically again. People are done with they're just over the whole, after the COVID lockdowns and everything, people are longing to get out and actually do something in real life. So that has become a thing.
When you do that and maybe you find someone that you're interested in, tell us about some green flags to look out for.
Well, I always think about how do they treat other people, when you're with them, and how do they treat the wait staff? How do they talk about other people? How are they talking about their ex? Is that ex the villain, or are they the victim mentality kind of thing? And those are things to definitely keep in mind.
Yeah, you said pay attention to what they do after the date.
Yeah, and are they following up? Are they just ghosting you for some time and then just checking in, or maybe they're texting you late at night when and you want to, are they consistent?
I've always wondered, what's the right amount of time where you don't seem like you're too needy, but at the same time you're not too standoffish?
Well, I think it can depend on where your conversation. So after a first date, maybe it is. I think it's beneficial to maybe reach out the next day to someone, but not just saying, "Oh, how's your day going?" Like maybe adding some kind of value to their day. Hey, maybe you talked about something, and you could just send them some sort of photo or tidbit that you read about. Just adding some kind of value to their day.
Yeah, something memorable. What are some green flags that people overlook? Maybe don't give enough value.
Yeah, well, I think it's important to keep in mind. Is this person, or do they have other things in their life? And how do you argue with them, right? Because a lot of people think that, oh, well, we didn't have any argument. We've never argued before. We've been dating for a year. We've never argued. Well, that is a red flag if you've never been able to have an argument. But if somebody can argue fair with you, if you can have a good conversation and respectful argument, that is actually a great green flag to watch out for.
Listening, being genuinely curious about you, and then following through on making plans as some other ones. Okay, we got to get to the red flags because we need. What are you telling people to look out for these days?
Well, okay, so somebody that is just inconsistent, right? They're maybe hot and they're cold. They're not talking about making future plans with you, and maybe they have their life and then their time that they will maybe give to you on the side. So that's not really a relationship. That's more of a situationship, and so that's not somebody that is going to be really making space for you in their life. There's always, like I said earlier, the whole victim mentality. Those people that get stuck in this mindset of, oh, everyone's terrible. There's no great people out there, and blah blah blah. And
Yeah, how do they approach life? You want to try to figure that
right.
out.
And I think when people make blanket statements about, oh, all women are terrible or all men are terrible, that kind of gives you a clue into their mentality.
Yeah, they're real judgy.
Right.
Negative.
Before we let you go, we said no more fishing pictures, please. Apparently, there's too many out there. What kinds of photos do well on dating apps?
Well, I think it's good to have those pictures that are like when you're with your friends for example, but you also don't want to be confusing, right? We were saying earlier that you want to be the best looking person in the photo, so you don't want anyone to overshine you. But I think that shows that you have a life, you have interests, you have friends and stuff. But we actually provide photos for our clients, or we do photo shoots because we want to be able to show them in a good light and have great photos.
How can people find you?
Oh, they can just go to our website at lumasearch.com and fill out the profile form.
Great. Well, thanks for coming in.
Well, thank you for having me.
Really helpful advice.